So in this video, I want to talk to you about weed, fapping, playing the game, skipping the gym, eating junk food, basically everything. I want to talk to you about pretty much everything that's destroying your life. I mean, the same message that applies to weed, applies to fapping, applies to video games, applies to eating junk food, applies to skipping the gym. I used to smoke tons of weed all the time. Every single day, bro. Like, I'm thinking about it now, actually. Thinking about it now. And it was the funnest experience of my life. And I actually don't regret it. I don't regret it, not one bit. I think that it taught me a lot. However, I reached a stage in my life when I was doing that to where my mind was in a haze. I was just constantly in the daze. I was in the Dooney realm, okay? I was in the dungeon of Tartarus, okay, guys? I was hit with the horse tranquilizer, just stumbling. My mind was just so foggy that I couldn't do anything. And so in this video, I really want to talk to you about basically a strategy to break your addictions. People don't really understand addiction is escapism from pain, and addiction is a band-aid. All right. And normally when people say quit your addictions, they rationalize it with the thought of, I'm quitting my addiction because in the future I know I'll be a better person if I do quit the addiction. I'm here to tell you that that's a terrible strategy. I'm here to tell you that that's actually a dumb idea. You wanna know why? Because your addicted self doesn't care about the future. You're a selfish person. You're a selfish person, so you don't really care about the future. You didn't care about the future when you skipped the gym, when you ate junk food, when you hit the blunt, when you hit that cigarette, when you picked up that bottle, when you picked up that alcohol. You didn't care. You didn't care then. Why should you be motivated about the future, something so far away, matter to you? Why would you sit up there and quit any addiction? Why? Honestly, you're already a selfish person that doesn't care about your future self. So logically ask yourself, why in the world would I quit something that makes me feel good now? I don't care about the future. Like The Simpsons, that's Future's Homer's problem. All right? And I'm being genuine. I didn't quit weed because I thought I'm gonna be a better person in the future. I didn't give a damn about my future self. I did not care about my future self. You wanna know what made me stop? Paranoia. Paranoia, having a bad trip. Having bad trips and paranoia, that's what stopped me. I cared that there is something detrimental in the moment that made me stop. And what I'm trying to explain to you guys, it doesn't just apply to drugs or alcohol or sex or whatever. Every bad habit you do, there is actually a detrimental effect in the moment. It's just your problem is that you're not aware of it. You're not paying attention. You're not thinking. You're not aware of the detrimental effect in the moment. My detrimental effect in the moment of smoking cannabis day after day after day after day was that eventually I got paranoid. And I just started to have negative thoughts. And eventually it got to the point I can't do this anymore because I knew in that moment, not future chike, present chike, I knew in that moment, dang, I'm paranoid. So I'm gonna stop doing this. But eventually, guess what? The paranoia went away and I started smoking weed again. Did I care about my future self? No, I didn't. I didn't care about my future self because I picked it up again. But here I am now. I'm clean. I could pass a drug test right now. I'm cool. How do I quit? I don't get paranoid anymore. But why is it that I don't do it? It's because I don't like the feeling of being high anymore. I don't like the feeling that I get. That's why I quit. And that comes with maturity. It happened because I became mature. I started caring about my goals. I started caring about my fitness. I started caring about getting my life together. And I actually valued having a sober mind. I actually like being sober. I have a journal. All right, full of thoughts. And I got 2 more because I had to work on myself. I had to actually work on myself and help my mental health and cure and help develop past my trauma as a human being to the point where I actually enjoy being sober. A lot of people don't enjoy being sober. So one time, I'm gonna quit smoking. You're not gonna quit because you're a selfish person. You don't care about your future self. I'm a selfish person. I care about my future self a lot more than I do now. But in general, I still think about me in the present. Okay? You need to sit up here and think about the immediate. You have to sit up here and be aware of the immediate negative consequence. The immediate negative consequence of me smoking weed was that I hate who I am when I'm high. And you're not gonna hate who you are when you're high until you get a mature enough mind, until you actually work on yourself. You wanna stop smoking? Be mentally productive. Work on yourself to where you like your sober self. So that when you're taken away from yourself, you don't like it anymore. Pretend you have a mom and a dad and they live in separate houses. Why do you want to go live with your mom? Because you don't like your dad. But if you like your dad, you're going to stay with your dad. And the same thing with your sober mind and your high mind. You have to learn to like your sober mind until you go ahead and you want to stop being high. I didn't like that I was forgetting stuff, that I was super enthralled in cartoons. Sure, Fruit Loops tasted delicious, but it didn't make my life no dang on better. Let's move on to junk food. Let's move on to fapping. How are you gonna stop? How are you gonna stop doing that? Oh, because I'm gonna be a better person in 30 days. No, I hate the immediate consequences of doing it. Sure, I feel good, but right after, I'm tired. I wanna lay down. I wanna eat some ice cream. Okay, I want a family-sized bag of Doritos and I wanna throw on some One Piece. Don't come after me. I like One Piece. Don't come after me. All right, that's what I wanna do. That's what I wanna do after I bust a nut. So what stops me from fapping? Well, I like to have energy like this. You see how I'm moving around? You see how I got all this energy? You see how I'm ready to bust somebody's lip open? That's how I want to feel. So the immediate negative consequences of fapping motivates me to keep a long streak. I like this energy. Sure, I have urges. Sure, my nuts feel like they gained 5 pounds. But I'd rather deal with that and have a bunch of energy than deal with the immediate consequences of fapping. With every addiction that you have, you need to understand that every negative thing you do actually does have an immediate negative consequences. Junk food. You have junk food, but right then and there, how do you feel? Oh, this is good, but then you feel like a piece of crap. You feel like you hate yourself a little bit, don't you? You're already fat. You're already fat. You don't even look good. You're not confident. But you're just gonna sit there. You're gonna order something that's saturated with saturated fats. That's gonna turn into visceral fat. But in that immediate consequence, you're not thinking about this is gonna be visceral fat later. Let me put it down. No, you need to think about, I don't want to sit up here and think of myself in a more negative way. I don't want to think of myself in a more negative way. Feel tired afterwards because I just had that blood sugar spike, and now I feel lazy. And the only way to sit up here and value, to be aware of the immediate negative consequences, is to actually have an active, productive, ambitious, and powerful lifestyle that you can do right there in that very moment. That is the only way. You're not gonna care if you're tired if you don't work a full-time job. Dude, I do commercial refrigeration. I'm up on roofs all day. I was just on a roof for about several hours in damn near 90-degree heat. You think I can go up there after I smoked and fapped? Boy, I'ma quit. No. So I'm not gonna do that. Y'all sit up here. Self-improvement is really masturbation. All right, you don't need self-improvement. What you need is self-destruction. You need to die. That's what you need. And by that I mean a symbolic death of the self. You need to no longer be who you are. And the way to no longer be who you are is start caring about things that you normally don't care about. That's it. That's it. Because I care about my fitness, I see an immediate negative consequence in fapping and smoking weed and playing a game. My immediate negative consequence in playing video games. What is it? Again, I don't have no dang on console. I don't have a console. All right? I know I got that lotion right there. I wasn't fapping, guys. That lotion's there because I was almost late for work. I don't got no console though. I don't got a console. Why? Because I know once I get on it, I'm gonna drop 4 hours in the game that right now. And I value my time so I can give y'all YouTube videos. So I don't have a console. The immediate negative consequence is I will waste time. I actually care about not wasting time more than I care about enjoying myself on the game. I actually care about having a sober, creative, active, intellectual, intelligent mind that can comprehend things that are beyond my level of understanding currently more than I do about getting high. And that took time. I'm not saying it's gonna happen overnight, but it took time. Fapping, I care about being energetic and having gusto and confidence with women and having the urge to know that I can do hard work. I wake up in the morning without having to sit up here and drag myself out the bed because my testosterone levels are high, because I'm not giving it to pixels on a screen. I care about that more than slapping my monkey to some dang on Riley Reid. I mean, let's just be honest. I don't find that stuff valuable anymore. It's not appealing to me no more. It's just not. Because I care about something else. All right. And also I like real women. And I can get them, so I will. I'd rather do that than hate myself after I do something like that. So addiction. Look at the immediate negative consequence. You guys want to go ahead and look at the long-term damage. Like you're so holy that you care about long-term. You don't care about long-term damage. You don't care about that. Everybody smokes themselves into a wheelchair. Everybody does it. You don't care about long-term damage, buddy. All right? You need to accept that you're a selfish person. Okay? I'm a selfish person too. All right? You don't care about long-term damage. You're just not aware of the immediate negative consequences because you're not awake. It's because you're not awake. But you're going to stay asleep as long as you keep caring about things that boys care about, which is comfort and pleasure. You want to be a man-child? Be a man-child. Okay? I'm not saying I'm holier than thou. I've got my flaws too. Trust me. That's why I've got a journal. I journal to this day. The day I'm perfect is the day I don't need to do a journal. The day I don't need to do self-improvement. The day I don't need to go to the gym. I still go to the gym. All right, I got a little body dysmorphia. I still feel kind of small. All right, Kev Dog out here making me feel insecure about myself. So anyway, guys, I have a Discord channel. You guys want to talk about some stuff that you're going through? Y'all can hit me up. Y'all can hit me up. All right, obviously, like I have stuff to do, and I'm not charging anything. It's actually completely free. I just want to know that these videos that I make are valuable. That's all I want to know. I want to know that I'm actually helping somebody. So if you guys want to let me know the best way to do that, subscribe. Put something in the comment section. You don't even have to subscribe. Just put something in the comment section, or join the Discord, and just be like, hey man, thanks for this video really put me on track, because we all go through it, you know. But because we live in a society where we don't want to be authentic or we don't be real with people, nobody grows. Everybody consumes, and everybody just dies or eventually commits suicide or something. And I think that's a pathetic way of living. So here's this video. Here's my gift to you. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.